to function. Blunt still wet. She left the earring on the sink. I left my soul in the sheets. Now I'm staring at the ceiling while the baseline creeps. Ain't no breakfast, just whiskey breath and loose thoughts. Niggas talk change, but never do the truth walk. I scribble pain on receipts from corner stores. Got receipts from these dreams that ain't mine anymore. Shit, I remember when I used to feel something. Now it's autopilot through the smoke. Fucking still bumping. Got a 9 in the drawer, a tab on my tongue. One for protection, the other to feel young. Cold coffee and gun smoke. I don't dream, I just flow. Voices in my head too loud, so I drown them in that dough. Ain't no peace in my zip code, just these beats in my zip hole. One more lie, one more hit, then I'm gone with the window. My conscience got evicted last fall. Now it's just me and the walls. I talk back and whisper saying fuck it all. I learned love from addicts, learned faith from the streets. So every verse got the needle tracks and crooked police. Nigga, you don't want the truth, you want pretty, but I got war scars and a mind that's gritty. She said, you ain't cold, you just scared to feel. I said, nah, I'm cold, cause this world ain't real. My homie got popped for a verse he ain't right. Still sitting in the box while the song hit right. Ain't shit poetic, this survival rap. It's not a vibe, it's a panic attack. Cold coffee and gun smoke. I don't dream, I just flow. Voices in my head too loud, so I drown them in that dough. Ain't no peace in my zip code, just these beats in my zip hole. One more lie, one more hit, then I'm gone with the window. Gone. Yeah. Some days I think I'm still alive out of spite. Other days I'm not so sure. Sank into the couch, dusk leads through the blinds. Phone lit up with names, I pretend I ain't fine. Mom still prays for me, says I'm wasting design. But these lines talk back in a voice like mine. I ain't been outside since the snow turned black. Ain't touched a plate unless it came with a sack. Numb in my chest, heartbeat out of sync. I pour up my thoughts just to watch them sink. Old notes on the fridge from a time I smiled. Now I light up the dark like a burnt out child. Used to freestyle joy, now it's coated in coughs. Used to be the light, not dim with the loss. My boys hit my line, say, pull up, you good? But I lied through my teeth like they think I would. I know love's still there, just behind the mist. But I traded warm hands for a cold bad kiss. I've been drifting in this velvet room, talking slow with a ghost in bloom. Told myself it's just one more night. Now the mirror don't reflect me right. Needle truths and powdered prayers buried deep in this leather chair. If I don't wait, let the record play. Tell 'em I wrote it all on a rainy day. Ash on my shirt, burn holes in my plans. Tryna climb out of hell with these twitching hands. Told the doc I'm fine, but the tremor won't lie. And I keep seeing God in my ceiling tile. I remember the days I could laugh and mean it. Now I just chuckle when the withdrawal's leaning. Therapist asked me, what you running from? Told her just life and I barely begun. Used to play piano when the mornings were gold. Now the keys all bend and the notes sound cold. My girl held me once while I cried off a bench. Said this ain't love if it ends with a syringe. But she stayed for a while and the silence grew. Now her side of the bed smells like residue. Still got a hoodie and a pile of clothes next to bottles of dreams I forgot I chose. I've been drifting in this velvet room, talking slow with a ghost in bloom. Told myself it's just one more night. Now the mirror don't reflect me right. Needle truths and powdered prayers buried deep in this leather chair. If I don't wait, let the record play. Tell 'em I wrote it all on a rainy day. You ever stare at the wall till it breathes your name? A Ever scream at your veins like they're playing a game? Ever beg your lungs just to take one more? I wrote a poem to the pills, then I dropped to the floor. I ain't proud, I ain't holy, I ain't wise or clean. I'm a man in a box with a dopamine dream, but this beat still knock and my voice still shakes. So I guess I got time for a few more takes. No heroes in the story, just faded hope. No fix in the drawer, just frayed up rope. If I get out of here, I'ma write it all down. But if I don't, tell them I love the sound. Talk in circles like my ashtray rim. Mind drift out like a loose blunt limb. Eyes half mast like a pirate ship. Whole world looking like a movie clip. Smoke heavy like a thrift store coat. Cough got me thinking about some shit I wrote. Niggas chase clout, I chase snacks. Head in the fridge like it hold flashbacks. My weed loud like unspoken thoughts. Body go limp with attention rods. Remote in my hand like I control fate, but I still can't skip with the past narrate. Backwood roll like my memory's tight. Burn one slow while my brain rewrites. We ain't high, we just redefine. Talk slow, think crooked, let the truth unwind. See, got my shape like a second skin. Mind running laps through the smoke I'm in. Said I'd move, but I ain't stood yet. This, that couch milk gospel, no grit. See, got my shape like a second skin. Mind running laps through the smoke I'm in. Said I'd move, but I ain't stood yet. This, that couch milk gospel, no regret. Sweatpants preaching like I'm dressed for mass. Tote so hard I forgot the past. Chips on my chest, seat on recline. World still calling but I hit decline. Got a playlist full of existential jams. With a bass line, argue with who I am. That dank hit hard like a cracked out tooth. Opened up doors I ain't walked since youth. Mind floating like it paid for first class, but my body still glued to this patch of grass. Doorbell ring, I ain't answering shit. Only thing I pop is that Ziploc zip. I don't smoke for the vibe, I smoke for the void. To patch up them thoughts I've been trying to avoid. This kush got me locked on the weather app. Nigga, I spaced out mid-snack, unwrapped. See, got my shape like a second skin. Mind running laps through the smoke I'm in. Said I'd move, but I ain't stood yet. This, that couch milk gospel, no regret. Let the world spin, I ain't clocking in. Roll one, low one, breathe deep again, ain't lazy. I'm just calibrated different. I float on a schedule that's non-existent. Leftover pizza on my holy plate. Grinding the grinder like twisted fate. That resin building like a thesis draft. Hit so loud, heard the future laugh. Said I called moms, forgot the day. Wrote it in smoke that the wind took away. This ain't escapism, sacred routine. Truth in a haze and a flicker between. Niggas write goals, I write strainless. Some hit calm, some come with a fist. Don't judge if you ain't burned one solo. Talk to yourself in a haze that's hollow. I ain't tryna leave, I'm just here for the feels. Where the blunt speak truths and the silence heals. See, got my shape like a second skin. Mind running laps through the smoke I'm in. Said I'd move, but I ain't stood yet. This, that couch milk gospel, no regret. Yeah, if heaven got a beanbag sharing a long ass blunt, then I'm on my way. Just slightly delay. Yeah. This shit feel like falling up. Room spinning, but I ain't moved an inch. Third eye blinking out of sync. Took a tab just to mute the noise. Now I'm floating in the fridge trying to find my voice. Toaster winked at me, said you good, king. Microwaved my thoughts till they started to sing. My phone got legs, it been walking away. Every time I reach for help, it just tell me to pray. I lit a joint, heard my ceiling cough. Might be God or just the smoke settle it soft. Poured liquor in my cereal, called it balance. Talking to the fam, we discussing talents. He said I'm gifted in decay, real fluent in breaking. I said thanks, my nigga. Then the wall started shaking, lost my mind in a blunt rap. Heard a giggle from the ashtray, never came back. Just wallpaper thinking, peeling off slow, all the pain keep blinking. Room got jokes and my mirror got opinions. I've been tripping for a minute, but the floor still grinning. Yeah, yeah, just wallpaper thinking. Talking to myself, but the words keep shrinking. Brain on shuffle, ain't no playlist. Every thought amazing, I'm way too fake. Put my fears in the glass jar, labeled as snacks. Ate them one by one with some ketamine tracks. Got a voice in my sink, she's sweet but cynical. Tells me I'm divine and laugh like it's typical. TV stuck on static, but the static feel warm. Swear I saw my ex in the eye of a storm. She said you never loved me, just needed escape. I said true. Then I vanished in the vape clock, melting like cheese on my tongue. Ideas come and go, but they all die young. I text God vibe, he left me on red. Now I treat my shadow like a bunk bed. Talk to myself in the voice of my past. Even the silence telling me this trip won't last. I'm just wallpaper thinking, peeling off slow, all the pain keep blinking. Room got jokes and my mirror got opinions. I've been tripping for a minute, but the floor's still grinning. Still grinning, still grinning. Just wallpaper thinking, talking to myself, but the words keep shrinking. Brain on shuffle, ain't no playlist. Every thought amazing, I'm way too faded. Yeah. If you find my mind, don't send it back. Just tell it I finally took a nap. Let the blinds talk, they know my truth. Me and the carpet been talking since you. Yeah, I've been sleeping ceiling fan on. Room spinning gentle like a slow jazz song. Ash on my tongue, burnt out cigarettes. Feeling like a zombie, permanent stress, yes. Phone buzz, I ain't answering. Been ghosting everybody, no rambling. Fridge got beers, ain't cold, ain't full, but I down them like memories, bitter and dull. Shades drawn tight like my jaw on a bench. Got a face in the mirror that forgot how to grin. Pulled the blind, saw a sky, made a 10-4 rap. I'm a cartoon version of my last relapse. Meds in a sock drawer, talking in tongues. Marijuana smoke consuming my lungs. I've been writing down thoughts that I'll never send. Like, do you still love me or just who I pretend? Yeah. Welcome to my glass hotel. Please, homie, don't ring the bell. Where the high is constant and the soul runs thin, and you wake up late just to sink back in. No exit in sight, just me and this view of a sky where sun can't seem to break through. If I disappear, play track 11. Tell 'em I dipped out, chasing heaven. Yeah. Dreams dripping out the IV slow. Nurse got eyes like a hoe. I flirt with death in a bathrobe fit while my brain do flips. It just cannot commit. You ever nod off and waking to laugh where the joke's on you when it's overdraft math? Shit ain't deep, it's just lead denial. A therapy session with a scent and a smile. Room service knock, but I ain't moving. She knocking harder, but there's no use in my old self leaking through the vents again. Saying, bro, come back, you were better then, but better when. I forget that part. Can't remind myself, now it's back to the start. Welcome to my glass hotel. Please, homie, don't ring the bell. Where the high is constant and the soul runs thin, and you wake up late just to sink back in. No exit in sight, just me and this view of a sky where sun can't seem to break through. If I disappear, play track 11. Tell 'em I dipped out chasing heaven. I've been talking to my ceiling fan, told it I might never land. Told it I've been running from shit I can't outrun. Used to think I'd make it out, now I'm just hanging around, feeling like the best I wrote was scribbled high on hotel notes. So if I fade like the lights in here, know I lived off smoking cans of beer. And if this is the end, then that's my story. Last thing I'll be thinking about is mom, I'm sorry. tongue, said fuck it, let's go. 30 minutes in, blinked and the fridge said yo. Clock started moonwalking off the wall, and my socks whisper secrets like they saw it all. I pet the air, felt truth in the breeze, then cried cause the curtains were breathing with ease. Toaster called me king with a royal tone. I bowed, then tripped on a traffic cone. In my home, opened the fridge, found light and regret. Ate a pickle, said damn, I'm the internet. My reflection said, bro, you wildin' today. I replied, why you got my grandma's face? Colors had feelings, the floor wrote a book, and I got canceled by a fish for the look I took. I met my inner child, little bastard ran, flipped me off, then turned into a ceiling fan. I took a trip and the world got weird. Had a deep talk with my patchy ass beard. Socks flew off, said freedom or bust, and the couch gave advice I almost trust. Laughed so hard I forgot I cried. Told God you dramatic and he high five. If I never come down, leave snacks in a pen. I'm chillin' with my shadow, arguing again. Chandelier drop bars about climate change. Then the carpet asked why I act so strange. I confessed to a spoon, got judged by a shoe, and the TV tuned in to my deja vu. Tried texting a thought, it left me on red, so I DN'd fate. She left me on dead, got married to a lamb, divorced by noon. She said, you too clingy, then turned to a spoon. I burped up math, cried glitter and math again. Wrote a TED talk on a juice box with my phantom pen. Microwave my fears, served them cold with toast, and the wall started twerking to a Gregorian ghost. I solved existence on a napkin mid-P, but forgot by the time I could finish the E. So I built a church out of socks and grace, where my brain's on fire but my vibe's in place. I took a trip and the world got weird. Had a deep talk with my patchy ass beard. Socks flew off, said freedom or bust, and the couch gave advice I almost trust. Laughed so hard I forgot I cried. Told God you dramatic and he high five. If I never come down, leave snacks in the pen. I'm chillin' with my shadow, arguing again. Ever dance with a plate while it talks shit back? Ever fight your thoughts like a Subway snack? Ever kiss the void, then ghosted too fast? Ever miss your trauma when the visuals pass? I rode a cloud through a therapy rant, while my cat dropped wisdom in a French accent. Found Nirvana in a microwave hum, and wrote my will on a bottle of Tums. Now I'm back on earth, kinda, I guess, still weirded out by my own damn chest. Ain't enlightened, but I met my mind. It's a weird ass dude, but he's kinda kind. So if I ever microdose on the daily again, just remind me I'll argue with a chair and it won.
Carpets wearing sins like a Sunday suit, and my conscience tap dances in combat boots. Old flame texting like a cigarette spark. She want closure, I just ghost like modern art. Fridge full of air and a bottle of Sprite. Dinner looking like ramen and existential fright. I ain't slept right since Clinton played sax. Now I dream in commercials and panic attacks. Sipping serotonin like it's aged in milk. Doc asked why I'm numb, said that's the joke. These pills taste like promises past their prime, and I chase them with the line like it's punchline time. Pop said make a plan, son, be a man. But I bench press guilt while I scroll through spam. My life's a TED talk no one requested, and every deep breath just feeling congested. I've been looping in a jazzed up hell, where the devil plays harp and the angels sell. Told myself just one more script, now the mirror looking back like damn, slim. Crushed pills in a Bible verse. laughing while I rehearse the worst. If I flatline on the outro fade, tell him I ghost wrote God on a razor blade. I wear trauma like a thrifted tee, too tight in the chest but it looked like me. Ashes on vinyl, I DJ my lows, spinning self-hate like I'm selling shows. Used to paint futures in melodic hues, now I just tag my regrets in abandoned view. She said this ain't love, it's just time decay. Told her babe that's romance in the postmodern way. I confessed to the wall cause it don't interrupt. Therapist blinked twice when I said corrupt. These thoughts got teeth like a pit on crank, and my sanity's alone with the negative bank. So I toast to the mess with a glass of spite, writing haikus on receipts under club strobe lights. Still I spit like I'm holy, kissed by grime, like Bukowski in sweats with a looped rhyme. I've been looping in a jazzed up hell where the devil plays harp in the angel cell. Told myself just one more script, not a mirror looking back like damn you slipped. Crushed pills in a Bible verse, laughing while I rehearse the worst. If I flatline on the outro fade, tell him I ghost wrote God on a razor blade. Ever talk to the void in the courtroom tone? Ever text your dealer like he's your chaperone? Ever argue with your past like it still pays rent? Ever pray just to feel like the heavens bent? I'm a B-side sinner with the A-list cough, lip sync in pain like it's TikTok off, but the bassline thump like a funeral chant. So I nod to the beat cause the truth I can't. Ain't no sermon, just static and smirk, just a laugh from the void while I go berserk. If I vanish mid-hook, let the silence swell. Tell them I live like a joke that rhymed too well.
I pulverized time on a baccarat tray, sniffed up centuries like lines of delay. My cortex glitching in a baroque decay. Every blink's a thesis in DMT gray. Wristwatch flex said you past due trash. Told that bitch I'm a temporal backlash. I hallucinate calendars, fucking my fate, while entropy twerks on a platinum plate. I inject philosophies through intravenous clocks. Existential tremors in my paradox stocks. My shadow got lag, my soul got debt. Still trying to Venmo God for a life reset. I barter in heartbeats, I traffic in ticks. This ain't rap, this a chrono crucifix. Got a plug named Mayon selling years in bricks. Told me nigga time's fake, just pick your fix. I've been shooting up minutes, main a line at noon, making out with chaos in a metaphysical cocoon. I chop decades like a culinary freak. Serve 'em raw with the side of critique. Call it profound, call it obscene. Either way I binge on dopamine dreams. If I flatline in fourth dimension rhyme, tell 'em I overdosed on the architecture of time. Father talk in a robe of expired light, lit incense made of leftover nights. He said, boy, you got trauma with Renaissance flair, turning pain into poems like Baudelaire. I sip centuries out of cracked demitasse, rapping to a beat that loops my past. Even death sent a cease and desist, said you too extra, I ain't on your list. I got migraine shaped like Gregorian chants, mine doing laps in barbiturated pants. I finger fuck fate just to feel divine, then cry when the climax is asymptote line. Every rhyme's a dirge in a Gucci font, every verse is a ghost in a haunted jaunt. So I etch my thoughts in a Rosetta collapse, while the universe slow twerks in cognitive traps. I've been shooting up minutes, main line in noon, making out with chaos in a metaphysic cocoon. I chop decades like a culinary freak. Serve 'em raw with the side of critique. Call it profound, call it obscene. Either way I binge on dopamine dreams. If I flatline in fourth dimension rhyme, tell 'em I overdosed on the architecture of time. Ever snort a second till your ego cracked? Ever read your fate in a zodiac's back? Ever jack off pain just to make it art? Ever sell your soul in a Google cart? I barter with demons in Cuban links. Drink regrets till my chakra sinks. Nigga, I've been lit since Atlantis drowned, spitting high concept in a methadone crown. So when the metronome breaks and the loop unwinds, tell 'em I spit in the face of linear signs. Tell 'em I live like a paradox pimp, snorting Saturn till the stars went limp.
Yeah. Listen, pages fold, thoughts drip, no hook, just truth. Yeah. Piano keys crack like my rib cage. My mind's a hallway of crooked frames, voices echoing grainy loops. Mama said I've been gone since youth, but I swear I never left that stoop. Ash on my journal, burning holes in memories I can't write. Dreamed in monochrome, woke in rust, nightmares taste like neon light. I talk to ghosts in the sink when the faucet leaks like trauma leaks. Paint my pain on vinyl sheets, warped like Sunday preacher speech. Mouth full of questions, soul full of static. Tried therapy, but I just spilled ink, shit turned cinematic. Walking backwards through my choices, shoelaces tied to guilt. Pops left when I learned to curse, so I prayed to pain and built these verses out of kitchen tiles, roaches, and late night fights. Every stanza got stretch marks, birthed from sleepless nights. See, you don't hear what I mean, you hear what you fear. And I've been speaking from a pit too deep for your chandelier. Ain't no light down here, just dusty drums and dad's old chair. I sit where he sat, but I ain't him, I care. My shadow be louder than my voice. Most days I lose that war, but I keep spilling oil paint bars, trying to patch my mother's floor. She used to cry in the kitchen, but turned it into rhythm. Now write poems and spoons, stir them in my system. Every line is intended, pulled from my chest cavity. I ain't rapping, I'm unraveling, so pardon the gravity of my tone. Ain't no swag, just sweating insomnia. Got friends in urns, dreams in debt, and a fridge full of euphoria. Not pills, just beats I loop till the ceiling cracks for bass, and the past breaks in with a grin on his claymation face. I ain't tryna be no prophet, I just speak like one when I got nothing in my pockets and everything in my pen.
Yeah, cigarette burns in the rug like memories I don't clean. Mind like a basement flooded in dopamine. Niggas talk light, but I speak in static. Let's go. Rolled out the bed with a migraine hymn. Ash on the vinyl, soul feeling thin. Cracked open dreams from a mason jar. Poured out pain like a jazz guitar. Baseline bent like my morals in court. Judge looking bored while my conscience contorts. I breathe in sins, exhale regret. Ink bleeds truths I ain't processed yet. Used to scribble verses in a notebook laced with blood, bottle in a little paper chase. Niggas say heal, but I stitch with rust. Trauma in the fridge next to pizza crust. Tongue still bitter from the pills I bit. Voices in my head like a live skit. Boom bap drum with a trip hop twist. Sample my thoughts from an exorcist. I don't walk through life, I drift through scenes. Mind full of noise and nicotine dreams. Stories in my chest stitched in loose seams. Said I'm fine, that's just routine. Nigga, I've been swimming in past tense tension. Got a therapist chair that begged for redemption. Spoke to my dead ones, remorse on the mirror. Smeared with a fog, but the guilt come clear. Every line I write like a prayer gone broke. Crossed out gods when the silence spoke. My flow ain't flow, it unraveled and float like jazz on a needle that never revokes. Rain in my hoodie, blood in my fist. Stains on my soul like an alchemist twist. Psychedelic mind state, acid lay sermons. Truth ain't clean, it bleeding burdens. These niggas wear pain like a thrifted coat. Trying to quote me now like I wrote they notes, but I bend these bars like time got loops. Dreaming 8-bit, crying live loops. I don't walk through life, I drift through scenes. Mind full of noise and nicotine dreams. Stories in my chest stitched in loose seams. Said I'm fine, that's just routine. You ever stare at your ceiling and feel like it's judging you? Like all your yesterdays float above, playing reruns you ain't subscribed to. Nigga, sometimes I think my shadow don't follow me out of fear. Slept in my hoodie for a week straight. Niggas talk grind, but I meditate hate. Rusty sax loop playing loops in my dome. My therapist text, I ain't pick up the phone. Mind like a gallery of untold thoughts, hung on the walls of dreams I lost. Talking riddles, walking prose. Broke my truth just to watch it erode. I'm the hum and the amp, the hiss and the tape. Niggas play real, but the truths look fake. I sip on grief like a vintage blend, then pen my pain with a split fountain pen. Ain't no hook, here's wounds in rhythm, where every rhyme bleed out indecision. Still underground like roots in drought. Niggas hear my voice, then feel the doubt. And if I vanish in the mix like I never was here, just loop this beat and call it a prayer.